Well, the main goal of this forum is the usual, that is to get government agencies and local government units that are into governance programs report on their actual accomplishments. And we're very happy to note that a number of government agencies and LGUs reported. 20 of them made formal reports at that public governance forum. And this was upon the directive of Malacanang, because we had to qualify for a governance agreement with the Millennium Challenge Corporation of the United States. Now, what they did was to formulate their own patrol plan, which is really their roadmap, their strategy map moving forward, because they needed a transformation. Now, PNP was one of 6 national government agencies that they did that. So they did it, but we did not leave it to themselves. We also asked a multi-sector coalition of private citizens to check whether in fact their patrol plan is meaningful, it is what the community really needs, and of course they went through the process of approval through the ALG and the Office of the President. It's a scorecard, but it is a real transformation program.
Okay.
In the case of PNP, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and even up to today, there is a lot of perception plus reality that you need to improve our PNP.
Of course.
And so what we'd like to do is transform the PNP into an organization that every police person and every Filipino citizen can be proud of. And that's why they have all of that. So it is a transformation program. But transformation is very broad. You got to bring it down into specifics.
You have to be specific.
What are they going to do with their personnel? And how is that going to be the discipline that is imposed? What are they going to do with their internal processes within the police organization? And what are they going to do in service of the communities that they're supposed to serve? And where are they going to get all of the financial resources to be able to do all of this? So these are the 4 disciplines that we impose on every government organization that we work with, interested in a transformation program. And I must say that they're doing very, very well.
And how many?
Well, 3 things about that. First is that there's a tendency for local mayors who are into the program to be reelected.
Okay.
Okay? But there are term limits.
The limit,
okay.
the term is still
in the case of San Fernando La Union, Mayor Mary Jane Ortega went through term limits. Fortunately, a brother-in-law took over. So it was easy for her to transition to be the head of a multi-sector governance coalition of ordinary citizens helping the mayor.
That's a good scenario.
That's a good scenario. Third, now for example, we have an experience in Tagbilaran. Mayor Dan Lim is graduating. This is the end of his 3rd term. Now there are 3 candidates who can potentially make it. Not all 3 are associated with Mayor Dan Lim.
Right.
You know what the multi-sector governance coalition of Tagbilaran did? They got all 3 candidates into a public debate where they made a commitment that in fact they will follow and pursue the same program that had been initiated.
A commitment by the 3.
By the 3.
Of course, it's going to be different when
course,
they're in power.
There will be a pressure coming from ordinary citizens themselves, who are the leaders of civic organizations, the press, the universities, and the business establishment in Tagbilaran, putting pressure that this is the program that we have invested so much on, and we would like to continue.
And that's the only
For national government agencies, there's a list coming from the Office of the President. These are the priority national government agencies we really would like to see go through the program. There was an original 6, an additional 6 have been added, and there are a few more that will be added. So there's a mandate coming from on top. Now, very important, however, is that the Cabinet Secretary must be sold to the idea and must be committed to the idea. And in which case then, he gets the entire organization, or she gets the entire organization, to go through the process of formulating a strategy map, which is not done by her or by him, but by the key people who really are working in that department or that national government agency.
But that agency head should participate in
very
that, also
actively.
in forming and crafting in it.
Now, in the case of the Philippine Navy, which was a very interesting thing, what they did was they got representation coming from the top leadership of the Navy down to the enlisted personnel of the Navy. So they had representation, and therefore there is continuity.
A goal does not complete.
Well, the penalty
accomplish anything?
is loss of face in the sense that the panel actually gives them a grade, and either they pass or they fail, or they get a very high grade, as in the case of PNP. And what we do is give the grades to everybody and say, this is your grade, and this is the comment to the panel, and what is it that we can do to improve the grade the next time. That's
Again,
the way the process
with the
goes.
PNP, I'm amazed at